Kara's kitchen. As you can probably tell by the way I'm dressed, today's gonna be an easy day. Like super easy. I'm making cream of mushroom sauce over rice. With chicken if you want to. Let's get started.
The only thing easy or cheap about Kara is her cooking. Only thing easy or cheap about Kara is her cooking.
Alright, so here's what you're going to need. You're going to need 1 can of condensed cream of mushroom soup of any sort, 1 small onion that will chop up, or if you're extra lazy, just some onion powder, garlic powder, and milk. If you're not a vegetarian or too terribly lazy, some chicken, and if you're going to use a chicken, some cooking oil, and some already cooked rice. So for starters, we're going to cut up our chicken into strips. Watch your fingers. You can use any sort of chicken cut you want as long as you can cut it into bite-sized pieces. Right, so there's your chicken. Alright, with a pan over medium heat, put some oil in it. There we go. Alright, nice and ready to go. And we can put that chicken right in. Alright, so let that cook up for a bit. Alright, next thing's next. I'm not going to use the onion powder, I'm going to cut up the onion. Here's a trick to onion cutting. Cut into a lemon. Get it all over your knife, all over the board. As you can see, I'm using a different board from the one I used to cut my chicken. Cut the onion in half, squeeze lemon into the onion. You don't have to use a whole one like this, but I had it lying around and it's not going to be used anytime soon. Cut off that front, take off your outermost layers. See how I don't quite cut all the way through. I'm going to go ahead and leave my onion in slices like this. See that? Slices. I'm going to break them up and just put them in the pan. And with the lemon, I ain't crying. If you're going to use the same knife to cut the chicken as you do the onions like I did, be sure to wash it off. As you can see, my chicken's almost cooked all the way through. It could use a couple more minutes. I just went ahead and I added those onions in, flipped some of those chickens over, break those onions up. Yeah. Alright, as you can see, my chicken is cooked about all the way through. My onions are nice and separated. What I'm going to do next is take that can of my condensed mushroom soup. If you really don't like mushroom, you can use cream of chicken or cream of onion instead. I understand that mushroom is a really bland flavor, and I actually don't necessarily like it myself, but that's what all the other ingredients are for. Let's mix that right in. Alright, and the thing is, that's going to come out pretty thick, and we don't need it that thick. We actually want it to soup down a little bit, so we're going to add a splash of milk, about that much. This is what, quarter cup? Quarter cup of milk, well that's what we'll call it. We're going to mix that all together. We're actually going to do 2 cans, because that's not a whole lot, and I got a lot of rice. Alright, so our second can is in. It's looking good. Now this is still pretty bland, and if you know me, you know how much I love garlic. So we're going to take our garlic powder, and we're going to be pretty generous. We're just going to color it nice and gold with garlic. Cool, so once you do that, mix it in. Now would be a good time to turn it up to maybe not quite medium high, but you know, above medium. Get that garlic mixed in there. This is smelling really good. It's so easy. Be sure to give it a good stir every now and then. You don't want the bottom of it to burn. Once your gravy is tasting groovy, take a little lick, see if it tastes good. If your onions don't bite back, they're cooked all the way through. And you are done. So take some of that rice. Try not to make a mess like me. Take some of your gravy. Plop it right on top. Boom. That's an easy meal. So on those nights when you do want to cook but you don't want to work too hard, this might be the meal for you. You can always replace the cream of mushroom with cream of onion or chicken or something else that you really like the cream of. You can always skip cutting the onions and put in some onion powder. And of course garlic powder is always an easy way to go. And for all you vegetarians and maybe just chicken dislikers, you can skip the chicken altogether. But this is an easy meal. I hope you guys enjoy.
Easy and cheap about Cara is a cooking.